Right, year 6, this morning I'm going to look at modelling percentage increase and decrease. I'm going to call upon our knowledge earlier on in the week where we found percentage of amount. I'm going to look at two different strategies. The first is to think about fractions equivalents to percentages, and the second was to look at using 10% to lead us to the answer. So this first one, Hifsa had a book worth £10. When she damaged it, its value dropped by 75%, which is, what is it now worth? So its value has dropped and 75% from £10. There's our key information. This is percentage decrease. Now 75%, hopefully we remember that as a fraction, it was 75 over 100, but also if we were to break down that 100 into 4 equal parts, it's also equivalent to 3/4. So we can now find 3/4 of £10. Let's pound symbol in. So here's my bar model here. Our first step, remember, is to divide by the denominator. And that's what we're going to do to our bar. I'm going to break it down into 4 equal parts. They are 4 equal parts, honest. So 10 divided by 4, well, it'll go into it twice. Now remember, we're year 6, so we don't need to use a remainder here. We use decimal point. I put my 0 into place, and I carry the 2 remainder. And 4 will go into 2/10 5 times. So each quarter is worth 2.5. or £2.50. However, we're not just interested in one of those quarters, we want to find 3/4, 75%. So remember, we divide by the denominator and then times by the numerator. So £2.50 times by 3 is £7.50. And there it is there, 3 of the 4 quarters, okay, is worth £7.50. That is not our answer though, because that is how much it has dropped by. It has dropped by 75% or 3/4. So in a final step then were to take its original value, £10, and then take away the £7.50, and of course, look, there's 1/4 left of its value. Okay, so it's going to be £2.50. Oops. Okay, so that was percentage decrease, and we used our knowledge of equivalent fractions there to the percentage. Now, let's take a look at percentage increase. So, Mr. Harris's Spurs shirt was worth £40. When Harry Kane signed it, its value increased by 35%. What is it now worth? So first of all here, we have, this is 100% here. This is its original value. And that's worth, that 100% is worth £40. And then here we have its percentage increase, how much it's gone up by, and that's 35%. We don't know what that is yet. But to find out what that 35% is worth, we've got to go back to the 100%, and we find the 35% of the 100%. Now 35%, the only equivalent fraction would be 35 over 100. That's not helpful. So here, in this scenario, I'm going to find 10%. And remember, to find 10%, we divide by 10 because it's 1/10. So we're going to do £40 divided by 10. I'll show that in the bar model. We break it down to 10 equal parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, let me just check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And of course, 40 divided by 10 is £4. So now we know that each part is worth £4. Okay, and we've found so far 10% here. But I'm not interested in 10%, I want to find 35. Well, first of all, I can use that 10% to find 30%, because 30%, here's a different colour, is going to be the answer of 10% times by 3. Because look, on our bar model, there's 10%, 20%, 30%. So 4 times 3 gives me the answer that 30% is £12. So now all I need to find is the 5%. And to find the 5%, again, I go back to the 10%, which was £4. But this time I halve it. Because look, there's my 30%, and 35 would take me about there. So that should be £2. So now we know that 35% is worth £14. And here, that answers that problem there. The extra 35% is £14. But again, that's not the answer to the question. The question is, it's increased by 35%. What is the shirt now worth? Well, it's now worth 135%, isn't it? So we need to add 100% to the 35%. £40 add £14 should have given us the answer of £54. Okay, so now it's time for you to have a go. So when I put the question up, pause the screen, have a go, and then I'll go through the answer. Here's the first question. Okay, hopefully you've had a go at that. And let's look at the answer. So this one, for this strategy, we had to find 10% first. So 10% gave us 80p. To find 30%, we times that by 3, which gave us £2.40. Then to find the 5%, we halved take away the 35%, which gave us £5.20. Next one, the challenge question, and it is quite challenging this morning. Here we have one bottle of sun cream costs £1.50. The shop offers the following deals. Buy 2 bottles, get 30% off. Buy 3 bottles, get 20% off. Which one is the better deal? Pause the video now. So let's take a look at the answers. So we found, first of all, you've had to have worked out the value of one bottle in each deal. So the first one, we found 30% by again finding 10%, multiplying it by 3, which then gave us 90p. I took that off the price of the 2 bottles, which gave me £2.10, and then I divided by 2 to work out that with this deal, each bottle would cost £1.10. For the 3 bottles, I added the 3 together, which gave me £4.50. I found 10%, doubled it, which gave me 20%. That gave me, again, 90p. So I took that off the value, which gave me £3.60. I again then had to divide it by 3 to give me the value of 1 bottle. To do £3.60 divided by 3, I thought about 36 divided by 3. This led me to the answer of £1.20. So with this deal, each bottle would cost me £1.20. Therefore, the first deal is the better one. So log on to my maths. Best of luck.